All right, welcome back, everybody. We continue our Copper Lake trip here for our Cozy Dog account. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go back to what seems to be working in a general sense, which is to say bananas down at that 5038 spot. And we'll just kind of see what we can get going down there. By the way, very interesting and kind of frustrating that the rental gear, and there's probably a programming reason for this, but the rental gear gets reset back to the way it was when you first got here. We're going to be using banana 14 for now. And of course we do not have PVA. Okay. So we'll be going 11 clip. Alright, let's get down to our spot. Tench, mirror carp, F1. Those are probably the most likely orders there that are going to matter to us. We're lost in the trees, y'all. Alright, so we're hoping we're going to see some action here. Once we get everything set up, I'll start just sort of updating you as we catch fish, but for now, let's kind of see what we're doing as we're getting set up. Alright, 11 meter clip. Let's get that cast out there. And like I said, it's sort of frustrating that we have to reset up everything as we go. I guess it's tempting to replace these, but suppose I won't. I don't remember exactly what we did last time, but I am just going to go all three setups the same with banana. The only thing I'm looking into is whether or not there's a smaller banana boilie we could consider. That's the only thing that's a little interesting. And I'm going to get our rods in the water while I try to figure this out. Okay. So we have some carp mix. This is just a little, oh, it's not quite far enough. All right, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. That should be a good start. Hopefully it will be a good start. Attract some fish. Okay, it looks like first fish coming in pretty quick. I mean, it hasn't been that long. Small common. We're going to see lots of commons here. We saw that last time as well. And nothing's changed. Do notice that the weather is normal. There was a time period between last time we filmed and this time where the weather went down. It got decreased. And, but thankfully the fishing was still pretty good on my main account at least, even when that happened. That's 8 different types of fish on the hair rig now. Okay, so 3 fish. Looks like that's another crucian. And here I am looking for smaller baits, and we're already catching pretty small to mid-sized crucian, so maybe that's not the answer. And it looks like the only thing we could do that would be smaller baits at this point that are actually, you know, banana flavored would be the sweet banana tin, which isn't a, you know, entirely different bait altogether. So we can try that. We could try that. Maybe next fish we'll swap one out. There's a nice F1, 39.7, love to see it. Nice XP. This rod's catching all the fish right now, so I'm actually not going to trade that one out. But I will trade this one out. We'll try it on this. Alright, so instead of the banana 14, let's try the sweet banana 10. Even smaller bait. We've already got the size 4 hooks on. See what happens. Also wanted to look up to see if there's any more information off natural baits. Remember last time we came, the map was just so new, it was hard to maybe figure that out. But let's look at copper by baits and see if anything rises to the top. It looks like honey dough. Okay, pretty quick bite on sweet banana 10, by the way. What is this? Wow! 66,000 XP? Okay. By the way, that's putting a natural bait out is just a way that we could keep bait in the water a little better. Holy cow, y'all. Little F1. So, honey dough, huh? I just feel like it's gonna be so slow. But maybe that's just what I'm expecting from last time. Maybe it wouldn't be as this time. You know, I mean, I don't know, but maybe. Ooh, 2 bites at the same time. Okay. I'll take that. Alright, nice F1. I think I'm going to set that rod down in case we want to change something on it. I think we do want to change something on it. Look how this sweet banana's doing. That a nice common carp? Okay. Alright, just because I feel like we don't try it, we'll never know. Let's do this. Carp mix. Honey dough. I'm going to put a 10 on there. I just want to see what kind of bite we're going to get. You know what's interesting is, and I didn't think about this before making this trip, but even though we can make honey dough, oh, we can't make it yet. Okay, okay. Well, that actually makes me feel a little better. So this is the only rod left with the original bait we put on. Oh, 10 types of fish on one of the hair rigs, huh? Okay. And ultimately, I just suspect that we need to put, instead of honey dough, we probably need to have this sweet banana on with more than one rod. Right now, this seems to be doing so good. Short, but I mean, it's looking really nice. This is our first bite on honey dough. Well, it's actually a nibble so far. I'm hoping it's going to be turned into a fish. It's pretty amazing the fishing, the streak we've gone on with the little sweet banana boilies. I don't know if there's much of a chance this is going to keep up, but if it does, holy cow. All right, there's a fish. So remember, on honey dough, we actually have pretty small hooks. And we've thrown the ground bait in. We don't have to rely upon having it in the cage here. Like, we can just keep tossing them in every 15 hours or so or whatever. But because if we have a boilie that's working, it's much more valuable to have that boilie in and not just have sweet dough in for the sake of having sweet dough in to deliver the... Oh, that was weird, wasn't it? That looked like a legit bite. Oh my goodness, this sweet banana. Wow. I think that's on the sweet dough line. Okay, it is. Let's see what this caught. All right, yeah, this little roach. Okay, so we're gonna toss it up one more time, but I think we'll need to change that very soon. And get this cast back out at full length. All right, both boilies have caught fish here. Oh, it's another rare, y'all. Oh my goodness. That was 2700 XP and it wasn't even a marker fish. A little mirror. I mean, that's honestly, that's kind of the size fish we expected to catch on that bait. But instead, it's been amazing. Sweet banana tin. Once it gets back to overnight, I'm going to run to the store on this map and see what's in stock. Oh, another really nice F1. Maybe the lesson here is just bananas just working. Banana's just back with a vengeance here. All right, honey dough. I see that. Oh, these F1s. It's amazing. Guys, we're doing it. Like, we're making the silver all of a sudden. There's an hide. All right, let's get these fish. I'm gonna have to pause just for a few minutes here. So next time you see me, some time will have gone by, but shouldn't be a problem. Hopefully, you know, the spot will be just as good then, and may take a look at some sweet banana as well. But I'll be back shortly here. All right, welcome back. So I had to log out because I didn't want to lose any time on our trip, but I mean, it is pretty amazing. That's 76 silver right there just for that F1. So that's pretty cool. I also did want to look at this really quick. We're gonna have to reset up our whole kit and caboodle. So this is what I'm wondering. All right, so we've got 42 of those now. I was curious about these. The 16. I kind of want to try 16 on one and just see what the bite rate's like. All right, so this should be good. I think we're good now. Let's just get back out there fishing. Okay, so we got it all loaded up again. Now, what we've heard from, I think it was Q&A, Dev Q&A, is that even resetting your game doesn't reset the water. In other words, the ground bait should still be there, even though I logged out for a few minutes. There's a nice F1. So even though that's what our understanding is, I'm gonna still throw about 5 of these out here. Just to be sure. 5 shouldn't be so many that we overfeed the spot, but it's also enough that even if the tin's not really there anymore or is a little weaker or something from logging out, which I don't guess it is, but just in case, we've got a little bit in there to kind of help. So, all right, let's go over the baits we're using, the setups we're using. Just to reset here, we're large 4 hook, banana 14 on one still. This one, instead of putting the bigger sweet bananas on one, I ended up trying this. Pellets and sinking boilie. Real small caramel pellets with the sweet banana tin. Seems interesting. And then this one is set up with just the sweet banana tin again. So we're just trying to get as good a bite rate as we can. We already turned in that big cafe order for the F1 and hopefully just in general, we'll be doing pretty good here on silver. And XP. I mean, it is a big deal. Like, we leveled to level 20. That means we can now go to Volkov and Donitz. Just kidding. Not Donitz, that's 22. Volkov. We haven't even been to Bear yet, but we can now go to Volkov, which the good thing about Volkov is that pretty much solves all of your stock issues. So nothing should be out of stock at the store at Volkov. All right. Isn't it amazing the difference in XP? That common carp was 251 XP. Some of these rare carp, like I said on that other one, some of these rare carp, even when they're non-marker size, were thousands of XP. That's a nice common carp. Wow. And this is on these little sweet banana boilies. They might be a little busted for some reason. 40.2 bottom fishing. Like at some point, we just need to switch to 3 setups with Sweet Banana 10 on there and just see how it goes. This is crazy. Sweet Banana 10 again. Now this will be interesting. 160 XP for that common carp, by the way. This will be interesting because this is the setup with the little caramel and the sweet banana. Okay, okay. Kind of same thing. Little common carp. Here's what I'm suggesting though. I think we go ahead and we need to start moving towards settling on whatever's working best. And right now, I want to try the 16 sweet banana and see if that's getting a bite rate at all. And in the meantime, we'll keep hopefully catching some nice fish on these other 2 rods. You know, this banana's doing fine. So far, it's not like quite as good as the new one, but it's pretty good. So we'll keep it on for a few more minutes at least, and then we'll see. Okay, first fish on the bigger boilie is a very small, but a rare carp. I mean, certainly like the best result is any size of that type of rare koi for a leveling account like this. I mean, that's just amazing XP potential. Okay. Again, 2 fish bites at almost the same time. Let's see what we've got here. This is on the smaller boilies, which is going to be catching hopefully a lot of F1. I mean, I think that might be part of why that has done so well. And then this is the larger boilie, which common carp, maybe dinks occasionally. And then that rare jackpot of, oh, we got a rare carp on it. But the question is, how good is the bite rate on that middle 16 sweet banana? I mean, at this point, I'm pretty much ready to say we should just be using sweet banana. There's something about sweet banana on its own, maybe. You know, it's funny. In the last video, I saw a couple people in the comments saying like, hey, just, you know, you're overcomplicating it. Just use corn, banana corn. Of course, if I could, I would be using banana corn. On my main account, we've been making sometimes 1,500 silver in about an hour and a half using banana corn here. The problem is, to use banana corn, you at very least need to have Snowman unlocked. But what I'm using on my main account is classic pop-up, and we're just not there yet. So if I could, I would. But trying to get as close as we can to that, it seems like banana sinking boilies is doing really well. And I've been excited about how well the little sweet banana boilies seem to be doing at the moment. And like I said, I'm just about at the point of switching off, even though banana 14 just caught another fish and it's doing fine. It seems to me that right now the best is sweet banana. And for bite rate's sake, we probably should have 2 sweet banana 10s in there. But I'm not regretting at all putting this 16. It's already provided, you know, some interesting fish. Alright, fish on. Let's see what this is. Oh, is that another F1? Yes. Alright, I mean, again, this is just doing exactly what you would want it to do. It's catching F1s. Somebody in chat just had a trophy F1 probably in this spot, probably on banana corn. You never know, there's other spots as well, but this one has definitely been just producing a lot lately. Alright, this is one of those chances. Does banana 14 hit a nice fish here and maybe make me second guess taking it off and putting sweet banana on. All three. Rick with a nice trophy Atlantic mackerel. Common carp. Alright, I'm doing it. We're going sweet banana 10 on 2 rods. I don't know, the third line might have a fish on it. It's kind of moving around a little bit. Yeah, what is this? Full common. 40.3 on bottom fishing. So what did we unlock most recently? Fishing with a picker rod. Not necessarily helpful at this point. But bait slingshot, that could be helpful. Ooh, very nice. 40.4. Again, this third rod, it is just doing really well. That's the bigger boilie on the middle rod, remember. Nothing can keep up with this third rod. It's interesting, we've got the same setup on the third and the first rod. Third rod is killing it. Here's another rare carp. 8,327 XP. Alright, there goes the first rod. Decent fish, actually. Yeah, a little common. 5 kilo common. That orangey though, very nice. Between the high Utsuri and now this orangey, very, very nice fish. F1. Nice fish. I just really haven't seen anything that's made me think like having the bigger sweet banana boilies on is worth it. Now, I guess that somewhat depends on would we have the bite rate of our first rod or the bite rate of our third rod. But in general, it feels like the smaller sweet banana boilies are doing just as well, if not better overall, than the bigger ones. But it doesn't seem like either is a bad choice at the moment. Oh, it's a Dink's leather, I think. Yeah, these were coming out earlier, some here too. That's awesome. Another rare fish. Nice silver, nice XP. Alright, so it is 11:04. We have a bite here. This looks like a little mirror carp, or is it an F1? I think it's a mirror carp. Very small mirror carp. So we're going to keep going a little bit longer. Right now it says we're down to 2 days and 21 hours left on our trip. So I guess we've got a couple hours left or so. I don't know. That seems to be like a little unstable or unreliable as an exact time. But it should at least be approximate on how long we have. So I'm going to try to go a little bit longer here, just see what else we catch maybe through the overnight and then maybe first in the very beginning of the next morning. Obviously, if we start running out of baits, we'll have to, that might be a natural pausing point. But I just sort of want to see how we can do. We've been going 1 hour and 16, see how we can do a little bit longer. I think we've been going long enough now that I'm going to try to cast out just 5 more of these. Again, don't want to overfeed, but since we don't have PVA or spod, like, we do want to keep some level of feeding in the water. So every once in a while we'll add a few of those, and let's see how these next few minutes go. What have we got here, folks? Oh no! I'm not sure what to say about that fish popping off. I'm sure somebody out there will blame my hooks. That might not be unreasonable. I don't know. These are fine hooks. I think I was being pretty safe with the way I was holding it up. Trying not to pull against it. I don't know. Either way. Times they get away, I guess. Common carp. I just thought about this. Let's try Sweet Banana 10, but on a large one hook instead of the 4 hook. The only difference, we're not getting that good of a bite rate on line 1 anyway compared to line 3, so let's just mix it up a little bit. For a second, it was so dark over there out of the light. I thought that was going to be an F1, and I thought we were about to have a party, but still pretty good. All right, this third rod never fails to deliver these days. Love to see it. So we're up to 54 fish. Of course, there was also cafe orders part of, let's see, what do we have? 1 or 2 cafe orders at this point. But we've done pretty well, I guess, is the moral of the story. We'll see exactly how well we've done here soon. Ooh, that's a nice F1. Almost 6,000 XP. So used to having binoculars that it kind of messes with me. I think, from what we've learned, if things don't change, if I don't get new intel or whatever, I think next time I would do Sweet Banana on all 3. Especially like through this early morning time, you know, we've had bites on the outside, we've got nothing on that middle rod. Now, we could have a really spectacular fish suddenly come in on that, and that's great, but I think in most cases, it's worth it just to go for the bite rate. Nice F1. 8:16 in the morning. Between like 8 and 10 a.m. seems like, you know, oftentimes still pretty good fishing. So we'll hang out a little bit longer, then we'll wrap it up. All right, this is the big boilie. Denied. We are catching fish all of a sudden. Nice F1. And Smoke Frog in chat just caught a nice trophy buffalo. Love to see that. But this sudden bite rate's been great. I'm surprised to get another fish off the middle line, even if it is a small-eyed. I think this should be probably be our last fish. You know, I think without PVA, without spod, we've gotten about as much as we can expect to out of this spot without giving it some rest. So let's try to get one more fish here, and then we'll wrap this episode up. I'm telling you, this cannot be a good sign that this nibble has been lasting for as long as it has. It wasn't like mid nibble right now, I would just stop, but I kind of want to see what it is now. Well, it just never turned into a fish, so let's just make sure we don't have any other cafe orders. Boy, that bream order is interesting. It'd be kind of fun to target that sometime. All right, I don't see anything else, so let's just see how we did and wrap this up. Number one fish, we caught 115 silver for that Hayutsuri. Wow, 561. That is awesome. We will take that for sure. What a great session. Let's see actually how long it was. Hour and 48 minutes. Some running back and forth, having to restart and all that hurts a little bit. But, you know, a little over an hour and a half, 561 silver. Not bad. Certainly the most expensive fish we've caught. As always, thanks for watching. And I think, you know, we should have one more good session left, maybe even a little more than one here on Copper before we wrap up this second trip of Copper. But as always, wish you the best. Tight line. See you next time.